Just sorry, a bit of prep work here. Microphone's on, camera's on. Hope you're all okay. I've been rushing around a little bit, picking my son up from school, back over here. Hope you're all okay. Tara Kangas, Michael D, how are you? I hope you've had a chance to see the video partial review that I did of the new Yoast version 2. And overall, didn't feel like much of a revamp to me in terms of what they've delivered. I was expecting a lot more out of Yoast, if I'm honest. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Yoast, it has to be said, and I think a lot of you kind of probably know that anyway. Hey, Pickstar, you're right, mate. But when I did finally get around to looking at the new version 20, all they did was a facelift on the front end with the wizard, and that was it. And I felt it was like a missed opportunity for Yoast. You still have to go to the payment gateway. You have to upgrade if you want to get to use multiple keywords, which again, I think was a big shame. Hey, Chilster, how are you? And I know some people have said that, well, they couldn't completely change it because they got legacy people, but I do feel like, do Yoast really think that with a new interface... Yeah, I'm okay, Pixar. Do Yoast really think that with a new wizard, it's going to suddenly bring in loads of new customers? They're still going to get customers, don't get me wrong. There are still people advertising them, and there will be people where Yoast is recommended by blog articles or influencers. So Yoast will always have a platform. Yoast will always have recurring income. They must have, because they invested time to do this facelift. But when it comes to winning new business, I just don't see what they were playing at. I really don't. So I think it was a massive missed opportunity, and in some way, it's kind of nice to know that Rank Math is still doing really well. All in one, loads of people talk about it. I still feel like with all in one, I'd have to take my time when you get used to it. Hey, Alan, how are you doing? Thank you for clicking like. Please don't forget to hit like if you have not hit like already. Hey, Artif, how are you doing? So obviously on the back of the live chat I had with Paul yesterday, I do just want to say that, overall, I do think that Elementor are moving in the right direction. I hope they take on board what I said yesterday about how they swap over the two areas. So I would like to see us getting the post filter before the mega menu. If I'm really honest, the mega menu can wait. Oh man, Artif, you're going to have to tell me what's happened. What's happened with Rank Math? Hey, Sean Duffy, hope you're okay. So I think Elementor are moving in the right direction, and I am a little bit excited. I have to be honest, I am a little bit excited. What made Bricks really good was how it was really good for page speed performance, and it had all of these filters and loop grid, all of that built in. Hey, Amver, sorry. And if Elementor get all of their loop stuff done right, brilliant. And you've already seen my video on page speed, which doesn't take that long to set up. Come on. It does not take long to set up. Like, what? 10-minute max, right? Right at the start, 10-minute maximum, right, to set up. So you could easily now be doing loads of great stuff with Elementor, and I think that's a step in the right direction. I'm glad you agree, Michael. Yeah, if they swap those over, that would be great. Hey, Andrea, that's it. Andrea, I couldn't remember. What was the name? I was trying to remember the name. It's Andrea. How you doing? Hey, Pez. So Rank Math emailed the results as you were getting results. So what they're saying is our plugin is not compatible. Bricks Builder. I was told that Rank Math... hold on, Artif, hold on. I was told that Rank Math, you can use it with Bricks. However, it does not integrate into bricks like it does with Elementor. So with Elementor, you have the bricks sidebar, right? You can't do that yet with bricks. So you can use it, but what you can't do is have the integrate. You know, like with Elementor, you got the bricks, the rank math down the side. You won't get that with bricks. So what they're talking about is the integration. Am I right, Artie? Because I did confirm with them. Sorry, I'm eating peanuts. You see that? I'm eating peanuts. It's a mixture of peanuts and chili peanuts. That's why there's a different colour. Chili peanuts and peanuts. Lots of protein. Yes, there's a bit of fat and a tiny bit of carb as well, but there's lots of protein in here. Yeah, so this is the thing here about bricks. When I first looked at bricks and I saw the SEO, I got excited. And then I started to realise quite early on that the SEO in bricks isn't that powerful. So don't rely on that. You got to use a proper SEO tool. Yeah, Pickstar, peanuts. So, yeah, pretty good. By the way, I'm going to share with you all a little sneak preview of the new course that we're building. Okay, because I'm quite excited by it. I'm just going to What do you mean you can't put this back? Why can't it put it back? There we go. Right. So I'm just going to give you a sneak peek. So I'm in the process of building what we call the super course. And I just want to share with you a sneak peek of what one of the pages look like. So, hey, Eddie, how you doing? So rather than you getting lots of wordy PDFs, okay, and lots of videos, I'm slightly changing the way we approach things now. And if I just give you a sneak peek over here, I'm going for a bit of a different kind of style, and I hope this is going to help to clarify things and make things easier to read from an infographic point of view. There you go. That was a sneak peek. That's all I'm sharing at the moment. Right, let me just get back onto the questions before I go a little bit crazy. Yeah, so what I would say, RTVA, is don't rely on the bricks SEO. Do use rank math, but at the moment it's not fully integrated with bricks. But yeah, I mean, this is really good though, Chillster. Let me tell you now, yeah, this is super good if you want to get protein intake. I'm telling you, man, this is super good. Peanuts. Right. Hey, Dave, how you doing? Alan, optimizing a new site. Let me say to you, Alan, getting a grade A on GT metrics for the desktop is quite easy on GT metrics, right? Okay. So getting A for your desktop, was this on the desktop on GT metrics, is quite easy. What you got to do is go to Page Speed Insights and assess your page for the mobile. What is your mobile score? That's when you get a bit more of a pressure. Hey, Mia. I only showed off a quick page there, Mia. It's another one I've been working on. I've got loads to do yet. I was going to do it now, but then I started realising I've got to go back onto the live chat. Ah, well. Yes, there will, Pez. There will be an early founders edition. So basically what will happen is when the course is done, I'll be doing like a 1 hour webinar where we talk more about experiences and how you can help yourself to develop as a web design agency, as a business, marketing, clients, all of that. And then what will happen is the course will be offered to everyone for 50% off, and then the price will go up after 1 week. No messing around here. There's no messing around, okay? By the way, it won't be buy it now and then you got to wait for the course. No, it will be once you buy, that's it. The course is available for you. And it's not even a course. I want to change your thinking here. The course shouldn't be lots of videos and workbooks where you feel like you got to watch everything in order. It won't be like that. There's going to be lots of guides, but you pick and choose what you want to look at when you want to look at it. And I'm going to resist having videos, because sometimes when you have a course or an online thing, you got to watch the video to understand the content, which sometimes feels like I'm eating into your time. So we're going to keep it very, very mainly you saw one of the examples, right? Keeping it very I could even share with you another array. So this is so right now, yeah, at the moment, I reckon it's going to be about 80 pages long. I think it's going to be about 80 pages long. And by the way, Eddie, it is a lifetime deal. So if I ever update the pages or there's new content, you automatically get that. Okay, and let me just give you another sneak peek of some of the progress so far on basically some of the pages. So look, what do you think about the look of this? How do you like that? It's not your standard PDF, is it? It's more illustrative. There's more it's more laid out in a bit more of a nicer infographic-y way. And none of this is using a template. Every single one of these has been built from the ground up by me with breakdance. No, it's built in Canva. I've made it in Canva. All right. What would the price be? Well, do you know what? Why don't I open that out to you? Rather than me telling you, if there was a course that kind of started from ground zero in formulating your business idea, and thinking about what kind of services you're going to offer, your sales offering, your signature, your sales funnel, your business model, your marketing strategy, your social media, your website, your portfolio, how to get clients, how to close deals. Included in here would also be our proposal document, our contract as well. What point do you do payments? How do you do sign off? All of these things, handover, maintenance, care plans. What do you what would be a reasonable charge? Bear in mind, for the very first week, it's not even built yet. We still got to build it out. But for the very first week, what would you pay? What would you say is acceptable? What would you say? What would you say is acceptable for the full charge? $1,000? $500? $100? What are we talking about here? Yeah, you are right, Eddie. The Yoast SEO, I don't feel like the revamp really did anything good. So Mia, you say you got new ideas about the webinar since the one on Monday, pre-recorded and a bit off topic. Do you mean the elemental one, Mia? Right, so D. Ferg says, any resources that can help when building a website with WordPress and Elementor? Absolutely, D. Ferg. It's called the Web Squadron YouTube channel. So you're right now watching me on YouTube. Go to our channel, and when you go to our channel and you search, you go to you go to the right hand side and you get the magnifying glass. You can do a search, and we've got tons of content there that should hopefully satisfy you or help you out. Ornalid, how you doing? And by the way, thank you for all your kind comments, everyone, as well. Whenever we release videos or letting us know how we're helping you out. Yeah. A bowl of peanuts and a big hug. Is that all it's worth? Take care, Eddie. Speak soon. Hey, Jeffrey, how you doing? So, yeah, we are working on, well, I'm mainly working on a new course. No, Pez. No. We would never go that high, Pez, okay? That's ridiculous. We would never, ever because the one thing I do care about is when it comes to designing a website, we have our price, right? We have our baseline price, and the price goes up, right? That's how it is. Okay. Oh, $24.99. Okay, now that's a bit low, Pez. That's probably too low. Okay. However, when it comes to courses, we do want to make them be a little bit accessible. Hey, love your life. I don't want to make them... Look, you have to understand that if we make them too expensive, no one's going to go for it. But at the same time, if we make it too low, that could also hurt us as well. Because what you then do is you actually undervalue. Let me give it to you. Let me put it to you like this, okay? If you were a business and two people came to you to build your website, one says they're going to charge $1,000 and someone says they'll do it for $50, I guarantee you a lot of businesses will go for the $1,000. And do you know why? Because sometimes when you're an established business and you want the best, right? The $1,000 is better than the $50. And by the way, the course ain't $1,000. I'm using an example of a website. Don't forget to hit the like button. Can I make it a poll? Ooh, that's a bit dangerous, isn't it? That is a bit dangerous. I'll tell you what, Pickstar. I think it's something I'll do nearer the time. Because then I'll be able to tell you more about how many pages are there, what does it cover. Because if I do it now, it's a little bit... It's not speculative, but it is a little bit speculative. You're around about in the right area, Chillstar. And don't forget that when we do release it for the first week, it will be 50% off, and then the price goes up. And there will be no Black Friday deal. I'll tell you now, there will never be a Black Friday deal on it. In fact, the only thing that could happen is over time, the price might go up and up and up and up and up, depending on the value of it. So Pez, yesterday, he was dealing with his bank because they merged with another bank and your business account got lost. No way. This is not good, Pez. Did you get it sorted? Did you get it sorted? By the way, we'll be dealing in British pounds, not dollars. So $99 is probably a bit too low as well. Actually, no, it's not. That might come in at the 50% mark, so I'm probably telling you guys a bit too much there. In fact, I might as well tell you what I might as well tell you the price bracket. Shall I tell you what the price will be? Hey, Jason, hope you're okay. Oh, and George, did you, without sharing details, George, did you and Artif sort out that the website thing? Did you sort that out? A Teal Friday deal. Is that a real thing? It's not even a real thing. A Teal Friday deal. Hey Charlie, how are you? Thank you very much for watching the rank math video as well. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it because it might, because you're going to hear a lot about Pickstar. If it was £5 a page, it would probably be too expensive for everyone, right? But what I will say is, what was I going to say? Oh, sorry, microphone. Of course you did. Excellent, George. I wasn't sure, George. I wasn't sure. What was I saying? Yeah, rank math. If you start to see a lot of advertising about Yoast version 20 and the revamp and the new interface and the new wizard, watch the video because you'll realize that it's actually probably not worth pursuing. Hell, nice one, Jason. Gotta take your son for a haircut. You know what? There's nothing more important than getting your son's haircut done. And thanks very much for the like over there. We've got this new client. It's a bit of a funny situation, this, because they approached me to investigate their back-end website. They got performance issues and there's a lot of bloat. and they work with an agency that builds the website, but they have a lot of doubts about how good it's been built. And in fact, I just want to answer some questions before I do. Really sorry, Pez. I really hope they get that sorted out and you don't lose any money there, because that is not good. Love Your Life. I also looked at Blue Willow, and what I found was the quality of the images in Blue Willow was not as good as Midjourney. So I literally put the exact same prompts. I did it for 3 different images, and I found that Midjourney had a better quality. Blue Willow is free, but I did find that the quality was not as good, and the prompts you use in Blue Willow, I found they were a little bit different. So you got to kind of learn the prompts. So I did try it out, and it is good. It's just Midjourney was a little bit better. However, if you're only after free usage, Blue Willow AI is actually pretty good. No, I have not found a female elementarist yet, Pigstar. I haven't even really approached the question yet. I haven't really gone out and saying, hey, are you female? Do you want to be online? There will be people watching. There will be a live chat, and your camera and sound must be on. Hey, Romania Live. Not seen you for a while. Right, anyway, let me go back to what I was talking about. Because I've forgotten now what I was... Do you know what? I keep forgetting what I'm talking about. What's I talking about? Yeah, client. So we've got this new person, right? Their website, and they've already got web designers. But rather than paying us to improve their website, accepting the fact we can only improve dependent on the website and the back end, because we are limited, we don't know how the website's been built, we're now going to advise. So I've told them, fine, but it's $120 per hour. But what's really interesting is they've now said there's 10 pages they want us to look at. Plus, they then want us to look at the French version, which is another website. Plus, we then have to look at, and I'll tell you, it says it here. There's a French version and a Spanish version. So I told them, your costs are going to go up, right? Because I'm going to assess, problem solve, write up my notes so that they can be passed on to your web design team, who will then follow the notes. If any of your team then come back to me to further discuss the notes, you're going to have to pay for that time as well. Now, this is what they want to go for. You know, they're a new client. We haven't signed a contract yet or anything like that. But I just found it a little bit of a long-winded way of doing things. So I'm going to go in, investigate stuff, find solutions, advise on the solution. Someone else will then enact and do that. And then they'll come back to me if unsure. And then I'll give them some more notes. And I just feel like it's a little bit of back and forth. I mean, talk about messing up your website. Abhishek, will the course be a one-time payment? Yeah, it's a one-time course, lifetime. It's lifetime access. Lifetime access, and if there's ever any update, a bit like our mastery modules, all right? If there's ever an update, you get access to the update as well. Okay, Gene. Now, the problem here, okay, is... Have you done a CSS check on that? Is that how it's written though? WebKit mask rotate? Because I think it's the word transform. I think you're missing the word transform. I think it's WebKit mask transform. I think you might need to just do a quick Google check on that, or go to ChatGPT or something like that. What's your take on the use of AIPRM for ChatG? I don't know. I mean, I don't really rely on AI when I do my SEO stuff, because I've kind of done a bit of research or thought about what we're going to go for. I don't see anything wrong with it. But I don't think I know enough even to say, yeah, definitely go for it either. Yeah, okay, right. So I'm just gonna have a quick check, okay, Gene, while you're while you're here, okay, I'm just gonna do a quick check. So I'm gonna do just WebKit image rotate CSS. I'm pretty sure that's not how you write it. Yeah, so what you need to do, yeah, is you need to do this. Look, I've got it here. So you need to use this as the code you need to use, Gene. Gene. Da 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 dee dee. Here you go. Let me just do this 180 like there. That's what you type, Gene. WebKit image transform. I was right, it is transform. Then you do the rotate. Then you do the 180 degree like that. Try that. Okay. And all I did was Google WebKit image rotate CSS, and it's the first result that came up. It's the first result that came up. But have a go at that. See what you get there. That should hopefully work. But in fact, I could even do it on here as well. I could. Oh no, I can't. I think I deleted the image. I think I deleted what I did. Maybe. Okay, so Romania Live has launched a campaign on Facebook with £30 a day, and it's going terrible in the first week. Okay, so Romania Live, tell me more about... Hold on, isn't your name Stephen? Isn't your name Stephen, Romania Live? Or have I got this wrong? You're Steve, aren't you? Have I got my name wrong? So you've done a lead form on Facebook for £30 a day. So what are you offering for £30 a day? Number one, okay, what are you offering for £30 a day? What are you offering? What are you offering? Your body? Your face? Your backside? What are you offering for £30 a day? Uranus? What are you offering? Well, the subscription's not... The subscription isn't up and running yet. They've said something like $42 a month. I think that's a bit high, if I'm honest. I would have gone with 20, but hey, okay. $42. I'll have to weigh it up, literally. What they say, yeah, is that there is no downtime. And I do think that for $42... Hey, Andrea. I do think for $42, I would have expected a little bit more. If I'm really honest, okay, for $42 per month, wouldn't you expect more? What's your thoughts towards that? For ChatGPT, which is amazing, right? It is amazing. But what would you expect to get for $42? I'd expect like a private area. I'd expect, an app that I can just access. I can even get it on my, That's what I would expect. But because I do think, yeah, just to be up time is a little bit of a cheapskate. Not a cheapskate, sorry. Because there will be other chat GPT tools coming out, right? Google will be working on whatever they're working on. So if chat GPT are not careful, you could harm your business if you get too greedy. Okay, you could harm your business. So Romania Live, what are you offering for £30 a day? Because you're saying you've done a lead form. Oh, hold on. You mean you've paid Facebook for £30 a day? Sorry, I've just realised you've done a sponsored advert, right? Can you share with me? Can you email me your sponsored advert? Because until I know what your advert is, until you email me info@websquadron.co.uk, until you email and share, there it is, until you share your sponsored advert, I can't tell you what's wrong with it. Maybe the car you showed off wasn't big enough. That's the ad spend. So email me what is your actual sponsored advert. I need to see it, otherwise I can't comment on it. Yeah, Google will do something pretty good. But then again, Google don't always succeed. All right? Google Hangouts, Google Glasses, so much stuff Google do, they're not very good at. Even Google Chromebooks. Seriously, mate. Google Chromebooks, I find, are some of the worst you can get. You get a proper laptop if you're going to get a laptop. Shaveen, for a WooCommerce website, should we go with a paid security plugin? The free one is enough, Shaveen. I mean, of course, look, you got to make sure your host provider is pretty good security too. And WordFence or all-in-one security firewall should be enough. I'm telling you now, it should be enough. Yeah, I mean, I find, that I do find that in the morning in the UK, it's actually okay, early in the morning. And also, during the day, I go on and it's down. And you know what I do? I just do Command R. Command R, right? Command R, Command R. I do that I just sit there and I go like that. And by the fourth attempt, it gets me in. I don't have to sit there doing it. I just go, duh, 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 and I'm in. And I'm into the login bit, right? So even when it's down, you just go. But what they might do, and I hope they don't do this because this would be misleading, if they suddenly make the downtime bigger to force you to pay, they better not do that. They better not do that. Absolutely, Emmanuel. I do agree. Google are brilliant, but until I see it, until we see what they got, I will hold my reservations as to how good it is. So yes, Steve, please do send over your video or a link to your video so that we can put it on screen, have a look at it, and then we can advise, laugh, cry, whatever about the advert, or even if it's just a post. You know, it might just be an image. Unless you tell us what you got, you know. Yeah. Yeah, like I mean, I find just refresh the screen and it gets me in after about 3-4 attempts. Hasn't failed me all week. Every day this week it says, "Oh, we're busy." Refresh, and I'm in. So it's like it's like finger down, 1, 2, 3, 4 presses, 4 finger clicks. Some people it takes about 5 finger clicks to get to the nav menu. Yeah. Well, the thing is, though, Emmanuel, the AI behind their search engine, all it's doing is like picking up, like based on a word, it then picks up what's the most searched items. Chatting GPT, where it starts to answer questions, that's a whole different ball game. You know, when you say to Chat GPT, can you give me a code snippet on how to add a button to the WordPress admin bar that purges the website and gives a successful message as well, and it goes do. I mean, that's what I call insane. That's what you call insane. Jose Eduardo, what do you think of the accordion problem regarding it not being closed by default? Well, yeah, but Jose, there's a bit of code you can add in. I've got a video on this. Close the first tab of the accordion. We've got a video on that. Go to our YouTube channel. You'll see the video. You drop in a tiny bit of CSS code and it will stop and then there's a bit more to it. You got to add a dummy tab right at the start. Close the first tab and it's absolutely fine. So there's a video. I've got, I think, 2 videos on that. Be Informatica, after looking for hours for a CSS, you search ChatGPT and you got the solution right away. Yeah, that's what is so good about it. That is kind of the nice thing about it. And this is what I think, Emmanuel. Google will have looked at ChatGPT and they're going to do something brilliant. I'm pretty sure Google are looking at Midjourney as well. I'd be surprised if Google are not right now looking at Midjourney, because with Google, you can search for web content, images, videos, and stuff like that. Surely Google are going to do some AI with images as well. Surely they would, right? You know, or maybe Maybe they buy out Midjourney. Who knows, right? Maybe they buy out Midjourney and it gets incorporated in. I don't know. Hey, Eddie, thanks for clicking like. So Abhishek used GPT to create a script for a page visitor count. Yeah, I do find that you sometimes have to ask it to refine the code, because you can look at it and you go, no, I'm not sure what that does. And it is so good at what it does. Exactly, Emmanuel. You know, and if Google can do that, wow, right? You know, wow. How do I manage my clients? For example, tools you use to keep track of recurrent payments. Well, you can use Excel. You can use your business account to set reminders. You can use Atarim. You can also use a block of paper and a magnetic board. There's many, many ways to do it. There are many ways to do it, especially when you have recurring payments. Excel is not a bad one because it's quick and easy, you know, to update as well. You don't have to be online technically, even though it is kind of online. But there's loads of tools you could use. And when it comes to track progress, that is something you probably have already outlined in your contract or your specification. And you could, I mean, if you've got it in a document, right, you just open your document and hey Paul, if you've got it in your document, you can just cross things off, or you can say complete, or you could create an Excel Gantt chart, or you could use Atarim and Kanban boards, or you could use Trello. There's loads of ways, and I would always say that Notion, you know, there's loads of things, and I would say that rather than doing what someone else does, find what you like to do. Because you could also just do it on a pad of paper, right? You could, you could do what I sometimes do quite a bit is this is whiteboard book. I can write on it, I can rub it off. It's a whiteboard book. You could also do that. So there's loads of little things you could do. Hey John, hope you're all right. There's loads of things you could do. But what you got to do is find the solution that works for you, because you're going to know what you want. Do you want to do it electronically? Do you want to talk into your phone and go, please record that the homepage is now complete? Do you like to write things down? Which is why I do like the whiteboard book. Sometimes I get pleasure. I know, not in a kinky way, but I get pleasure out of writing things down. I do quite like that. Pete's had a play with GatherKit to receive assets when building a website. So far, he looks good. Nice. That's pretty good. Michael D, I use Excel. Yeah, I mean, look, you know, it's look, I have been doing my personal financial planning for about 16 years using the same Excel sheet. The headers change, the values change, the month changes, things like that. But my financial planning of ingoings, outgoings and I even do it predictively for the next 2.5 years going forwards. What do I think I'll be earning? And I'm very prudent and I don't over exaggerate my values. I just use Excel. Right? So yeah, you can work out what you want to go for. Alan, does anyone have the link for Atarim to have a look? Might be you are spelling it wrong, and I'll tell you what the spelling is, Alan. Here is the spelling. It's atarim.io, like that. It's atarim.io. You can go and use Atarim for free if you want to. If you want all of your emails to go into Atarim, or you want to use the Kanban boards, so project management, then you got to pay for it. However, if you are just dealing with clients and you're going to keep comments and you want to keep everything in order. So if you're working on 10 websites, you go to the dashboard and it says, this website has got 5 outstanding tasks. This website has got 2. This website's got 10. And of those 10, 1 is urgent, critical. But this website that's got 2 tasks, both are critical urgent, so you might want to deal with that one first. That you get for free within Atarim. You know, you can use it for free. It's Gate. It's great for collaboration, like really, really good. Generating reports. Yeah, just go away and use it. You don't have to install the WordPress plugin either. You can just use the URL and it allows you to collaborate. If, however, you want to leave comments inside the WordPress backend, then you got to get the Atrim plugin, which is free. It's on the repository, the WordPress one, it's free. But the great thing about the backend is maybe your client or you make a comment about the color scheme of WordPress. The backend, I don't like it. Maybe they're gonna, I don't know, you want to leave a comment in the backend, right? Or something like that. Or maybe you want the client to know you got to click here to add a product. So you can click it, and whenever they go into their website, they'll have this list of comments down the right-hand side, and it will say, click here for the products. It's pretty obvious, but they might need a helping hand. So when they click on that task or item, it straight away shows them where that item is, but they would probably see it anyway, right? Yeah, that's yeah. Or elemental notes. I think that's all we'll say about elemental notes, to be honest. So far, there's been no major issues at all. I will say, though, on the back of the live chat with WP Tuts last night, which I think is good. I have seen some comments from the Elemental people where they've said, yep, they look forward to doing some of the stuff we've asked, like the post filter and all of that. So I hope they get that done as quick as possible, because I do think that post filter alongside the loop carousel, alongside the loop builder grid, whatever it's called, is brilliant. Really cool. Yeah, take care, Jason. Hope your son comes out looking like a superstar. Or maybe it's bold. They'll look good either way. Do you know what, Eddie? No one does. I keep trying to think, shall I do a video on elemental notes and just see how many views it gets? I don't know. What could I do? How you can use elemental notes to speed up your website. And what I would then do in the video is activate the notes, write down how you do your page speed performance from the page speed 2023 video, and I just copy and drop it onto notes and go, if you now leave that note forever visible, you can now learn how to improve the page speed of your website. Would that be cheating? Would that be a very clickbait title? Use elemental notes to speed up your website. Would that be a little bit cheeky? Probably would, wouldn't it? It would be very cheeky. Carapos switched from elemental to bricks just for the notes. Dear oh dear Carapos. I have to be honest, I've yawned twice now during the live chat, and I've not done this kind of yawn before, and I do feel almost like there's a hard cloud of exhaustion. But I don't want to feel tired because I want to watch Dragon's Den and The Apprentice later on this evening on the BBC. Oh, come on, Artie. Am I really on the hit list? Come on. Am I? No, I think... I do think... Look, I know not everyone's going to agree with everything we said, right? But I do think that we were very fair. And not only were we fair, we also gave across ideas. And I would like to think that, going forwards, they maybe ask us to consider or give us a sneak peek of what they're going to release, so that we can go, hey, you know what? I really think you should go for this one instead. Eddie says it's still in beta. Are you talking about the loop carousel? Because, yeah, that is still in beta. They're going to hit me hard with a Flexbox. Hey, Artie, if that Flexbox container is full of £1 million, I don't care. How are you feeling, though, today, Artie? Because I know you started off by saying, rank math and bricks, but, you feeling good, my friend? And how are the kids, by the way? How are your kids doing? And have you got schools going on strike as well around your area? Our first one is next week. Yes, Chulster, The Apprentice is still on in the UK. Lord Alan Sugar. Or is it Sir Alan Sugar? I can't remember now. Is it Sir or Lord? No, it's Lord Alan Sugar, isn't it? I quite like watching it. I quite like watching it. Love Your Life. With the page performance video that you created, install the performance plugin and snippets. Oh, yes, absolutely, Love Your Life. Do that before you do the website design. Seriously, do your performance setup, right? Do your performance setup, your snippets, your custom fonts, all of that before you build the website. Because if you watch my video, what I'm telling you is you get all your settings in, then you have a blank page with nothing but a heading, not a header, a heading. You should be scoring 100%. Because if you do it before you do the settings, your score is going to be down. Then you build loads of the page and then you do it. Well, what if the score is down? Why is the score down? You've got 20 containers. Which was the guilty party? But if you do it right from the get-go, your media settings, your fast press, your custom fonts, your code snippets, then you test your page and it is good, then you build, test, build, test, build, test. I'll say build, you say, yeah, you got the idea now, right? You've got the idea. RT, I have to give a big shout out to George. Yeah, absolutely, mate. He's giving you a big help with that migration thingy-midgy problems thing you were trying to sort out. Oh, right, Eddie. Sorry, you mean about notes. It's an experiment, and it's a stable feature. Look, don't forget to hit like if you've not hit like already. We've got 36 people watching. We've had 80 come and go since we went live, but we've only got 30 likes. This is me crushing the air now. 30 likes so far. Please do hit like. I've heard, I'm not sure Yellowstone is my kind of show, if I'm honest, but I have heard a lot of good things about it. Mia, I think you've had great ideas and suggestions about Elemental could improve. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're not being harsh. We're just kind of letting them know that because this is me offering out to the Elemental people that next time you do something like this and you decide to change the roadmap, I don't mind scanning it and just giving you my viewpoint. Because if they've got no date set, that means they should be open to rearranging some of those items. Video idea from Pete Cosgrove. Choose a random website and do a full SEO audit. I've kind of done that in the SEMrush video, Pete. We did a SEMrush video where I looked at apple.com to assess the keywords, what was missing, where were the gaps. Everything we did for free. So we didn't even have to pay SEMrush Premium. And there is so much stuff you can do for free with SEMrush. You might go, oh, I did not realize that. So go watch the SEMrush video because we did it with the apple.com website. What is your opinion on parallax effect not being responsive? Okay, right. You can make your parallax effect be responsive with scrolling effects, right? So as you scroll down your page, your items move left or right, up or down, rotate, shrink, grow. But that only really works. Hi, Abdullah, by the way. That only really works when you have images overlapping Z-index. If you've done a container with an image, and then you put your words in, and then you set it to cover, and you went for like the fixed setting, so it parallaxes, it doesn't work on the It does not work on the mobile. However, on the mobile, for that background image, you will have a setting for scrolling effect for the background image. Okay? You can set it to move up and down, different speed. So you can get, as just for the mobile, a substitute which isn't that bad. I've used it on a few websites and it works okay. It works fine. Works fine. Don't forget though, you might want to use a different image for the mobile as well. Did that help you, Jose? Oh, we've already had episode 2, Pete Cosgrove. The Last of Us. We've had episode 1, episode 2. It's a good show. I like it. I like it, yeah. And I am a little bit biased. I mean, I've never actually played the Last of Us game. Did you know this? I've never played it, ever. But I've heard so much good stuff about it, so I want it. I hope the show's good. But also it's got Mandalorian, Mando, Pedro Pascal, right? So I'm a little bit biased because, you know, seeing him in other stuff is always good fun. Except kiddie shows. You know, he's done a few shows where I'm like, why are you done that, Pedro? You don't need to do that. You're worth more. You don't need to do that. I've not tested copy-paste yet, Eddie. Mainly because I'll have to have 2 websites with the beta and I can't be arsed. I'll be honest, I can't be bothered. I'll try it out when we get the final version done. Skids in late on her socks. Build, test, absolutely. This is what you've all got to do, okay? This is what you've all got to do. Get it into your head that when you build, you do your header, you test it. You do your hero banner, you test it. In fact, I even go as far as I put my image in, I do the mobile image, I set the size, and then I go and check it on my page speed before I've even added in the contents for the hero banner. And then you test again. And you check how it's doing above the fold. And if everything above the fold still hits 99 or 100%, what comes afterwards should technically not affect your website too much. It might affect it 4 or 5%, right? Build, test, build, test, build. And Linda is probably shouting at the screen right now. Love Your Live. Client provides content, but you realize it's not optimized. Client wants SEO. I tell them then, I Love Your Live. I make it very clear. I advise them. I say to them, right, this is your content and you want SEO. To get the best SEO, you need to change your content with these words. If you do not change it and your SEO is poor, just letting you know. So advise them. It's your job to point it out. If they don't go for it, at least you've made clear. And you remind them that if you come back to me in a month's time and your Google is like down here, page 5, it could be due to your SEO keywords, right? So yeah, we could modify it, but the cost of modifying it now is a new charge. At the time we were building your website, there might have been a charge, but it was probably built in, a lot of it as well. If they come back to you 1 month later, you don't do it for free. You don't change it for free. If it's going to take you 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, if they're going to get you to modify the content, so now you're doing content revision and the keywords, you charge for it. And you don't charge a measly fee. If you think it's going to take 4 hours, 5 hours, a day, you charge accordingly. Plain and simple. That's what you do. Abdullah, what is the necessary thing in website designing? Knowing what you need to do to achieve the required outcome. It's a subjective question, so I can't give you a good answer, but you need to know what the aim is, what is the outcome the client wants, and how you're going to reach it. Mia, is it possible to set a default value for background images so it's set to no repeat? Well, you do pick it, Mia. So when you set your background image, there's a setting that says repeat or no repeat. You can also add in CSS code. But I would say, rather than doing the CSS code, I would just use the settings. That's the third time I've yawned. That's a bad sign, isn't it? I've yawned for the third time in 41 minutes. That's a bad sign. That means I'm tired. And I'm not normally this tired. Yeah, George is always a master at helping. George is the master helper. I said master helper. Okay. Right, so tomorrow is obviously Friday. We are back on our normal time, and I want to do some more tutorials which are like building like pages or layouts or hero banners. I'm just trying to come up with some inspired ideas because I don't want them to be very similar to anything we've done before. But I do hope that if you haven't watched the Rank Math versus New Yoast video, please do go and watch it. If you're using bricks and you want to do a bit of image masking, we've got a video on that as well that we released. Go and watch that. And please don't forget our Page Speed 2023 video. Cheers, Linda. I don't know why, but do you know what? All of a sudden today, I feel like everything has caught up with me. Do you know what, though? I've only had 2 of these today so far, so I think it's lack of this. And I have, so far today... Sorry, I don't want Siri to come on. You probably can't see it, actually. You probably can't see it, but I have burned 746 calories today. I have done some quite a bit of cardio, you know, working while I'm on my bike and stuff like that. That's the 4th yawn. That's the 4th yawn. Wow. This does not normally happen to me. So, love your life. Looking back to when you started your business, what advice would you give to those in the trade in terms of marketing? Right, here's my advice, love your life. Start your marketing now. Don't wait 1 week, 2 weeks, 5 weeks. How many Pepsi? Well, I have about 4 bottles of this every day. 4 bottles. This is... is that clear? That's not very clear, is it? There we go. Sparkling mineral water. And then I have the soda stream. So I pour about that much, roughly about that much into the bottle. I don't mix it. You don't shake it. You just do this. Once you've poured it in, you just do this. You turn it over once. So that is enough. Don't do it. Don't overdo it. And I have about 4 of these a day. Which, yeah, I know it's soda stream. Yeah, I know. But it is also water. So I'm a bit like, hey, got some water in me, you know. Linda was late because I was, hey, don't worry, Linda. Hey, don't worry. Do you know something, though? The caffeine doesn't really keep me up, if I'm honest. It doesn't. And I do like to go bed late. I force myself to go bed late because I like to get things done. Paul, I don't know if he's still here, he'll know what I'm talking about. Anyone who does a lot of video prep or stuff will know what I mean, in that you sometimes sit there planning out, prepping out ideas. Is it a new plugin? Is it a new review? Are we checking out a new feature or anything like that? And it's not a simple case of, yeah, let's record a video. There's a lot of thinking goes behind it. And I'll tell you what, that Rank Math versus Yoast video is about 20 minutes long. The original video was 47 minutes. The original video is 47 minutes. It then took 2 hours to edit. It shouldn't have taken that long, but it did take 2 hours to edit. Okay, don't ask me why, it just took 2 hours. And then you do the cover art. So 47 minutes, 2 hours to edit. You do the cover art. That didn't take long, so let's round up to 3 hours now. And then upload and all of that. So like what? 3.5 hours. Description, filling stuff in, blah, 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 blah. 3.5 hours for a 20-minute video. And that eats into your time. Like when I know I've got client work, I've got to get the client work done. Proposal, all of that, got to get that done. But when you know you got downtime, you get some stuff done. But I've also got this super course that I'm building up, which is going to be more about guiding you and informing you rather than a workbook course. Okay, so we're making things feel a little bit better in how we deliver it. Caffeine is your enemy. You consume anything with caffeine, I fall asleep in the next 10 minutes. Ooh. By the way, Eddie, Index now does not include Google. It is a separate. Yeah. Yeah, Eddie. Do you know something? When I did my essential plugins video, Eddie, which was about 2 or 3 days ago, I do mention there you need the instant indexing. You need a separate plugin. When I did the Rank Math and Yoast video, I realized when I was editing it that I went and said, yeah, you just click it. So I got that wrong. So excuse me on that one. But yeah. What video editor do you use? I'm a bit of a cheapskate. I use iMovie. I use this. I'll show it to you. I just use iMovie. Oh, Atif, do you know something? Clients are my priority number one. Clients. So when I know I got client work, I do that first. And a lot of some of my videos were recorded months ago. Some of them were recorded months ago. So even like today, I've recorded no video because I was working on our course. But client work is always the priority. When we know we've got no client work or no other proposals or stuff to do, then I go, okay, we'll create a video and then I might edit it late at night or something like that. But when it comes to movie editing, oh no, where have I gone? Where have I gone? Hold on. When we do our movie editing, here we go. I use, here we go. Here's what we're using. Look, here's the Rank Math video that was created. Yeah, it's just movie editing. That's it. So I just use iMovie. There is much better sophisticated software out there, but I find iMovie is okay for me. I'm quite happy with it, you know? Okay, everyone, I'm going to give you a 2-minute warning because we've been live for 1 hour, 2 minutes. I do have to shoot. I don't know. I'm feeling like I need to just go and grab something to eat. Get a bottle down me, check my son is okay, and I've got to finish off a proposal for a client. I've got to finish off that proposal. I want to get that done ASAP, to be honest, as soon as I've got to get that done as soon as possible, really. I want to get that sent over to them so that they can check with their agency, check they're okay with what I'm saying we do and how we approach it. And then hopefully we can get the ball rolling on that one. And I've got a feeling it's probably going to kick off on Monday. So that will then become the priority. Do you know something, Paul? I've been meaning to do that. Twice I've nearly bought it. I know. So that's Final Cut Pro. I just haven't done it yet, but it will happen. Do I have a video on proposal examples? Well, we got our sharing our stash. So we have an example in there, Emmanuel. I haven't got a video on it. Right, just checking the comment come in here. And don't forget, Paul also has he's released a new product where he shares his proposal document as well. So don't forget to go jump over and have a look at his. You got the mastery module, Web Squadron mastery module, where you got the sharing our stash. We give you a copy of our contract, our questionnaire, our proposal document, our care plan, breakdown of the care plans, our care plan contract as well. But don't forget, you can also, Paul's also got his document products as well that you can get a hold of. Parody, what's the best custom post type? Fields manager. Is Metabox Word? No, I don't think so, Parody. I would say you could use pods, one plugin, Or you could use the advanced custom fields, which is one plugin, but you might need to use another plugin, which is custom post type UI. They're both, all of them are free. If you want to do some really advanced stuff, you could use the ACF and go for the premium. But I have found 9 times out of 10, you can get away with the free. Metabox, I just don't feel the need to pay a lot of money for something you can get for free, unless your client or you are happy with spending it. Oh no, Love Your Life. I do it at the same time. Look, I do it like this, Love Your Life. Look, right now, look. Look. Hello, I'm here. This is how I do it. So if I was like clicking or anything, whatever I'm doing, like, look, I'm just going to like completely get rid of everything how we have here now. No. Like, just delete it. I talk and do as I do. That would take too long then if you recorded it afterwards. I know some people that do that. I don't like that. I've tried it. It just doesn't work very well for me. I find I could get it done quicker on top of all the other stuff we have if I just record and do as I do it. That sounds a bit bad, doesn't it? How do you like to do it? I like to do it as I'm recording it. We are talking about website design here, people, in case anyone takes a sound bite of that exact bit there. But yeah, like Artib says, CPT UI is a really good one to use. CPT UI is good, ACF is good, Pods is good as well. But Metabox, $699. There's nothing wrong with it, okay? I'm not trying to put down businesses that charge money. Because I've got courses. We've got a super course will be coming out soon. Paul's got courses. We're not saying don't buy for stuff, but I just feel like $699 for something you can get for free. It's a bit like saying, use Yoast. Go and upgrade to Yoast. You got to go premium if you want extra keywords. And then someone goes, but Rank Math does that. No, you got to go Yoast. And it's like, shut up. Just use Rank Math. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, right. I am going to actually say goodbye now, actually. Unless we give it a final 10 seconds, because I do have to just go and grab myself something to eat and drink. Otherwise, I might just collapse on the desk. Yeah, and you know what? If anyone is unsure about ACF or Post UI or either or anything like that, Paul's got videos. I've got videos. I've got videos on Pods as well. I've also got videos on using it with Elementor and separate ones for bricks. So take your pick with what you're going for. Okay, everyone, I'm going to say good night, good evening, goodbye, get out of here. I'll see you hopefully all tomorrow. Please don't forget to keep liking, subscribing, sharing, and follow. Stay safe. I love you all. Bye.